just by name dropping, people are like, oh,
Yeah.
he's an artist,
Yeah.
right? Or the great art and critic, or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you go and get an art degree and then start a blog where you're criticizing art, maybe you make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you make a name for yourself by just tackling all these different things and providing an opinion and make a YouTube channel out of it. And, you know, you can do something with that. You could. You know, if you've got an education in it, you can flaunt it on YouTube and people love it because that's good content. You know, you're regurgitating what you know that way. That's like when it comes to me and game design and game history and shit like that. I love talking about that sort of thing because it's something I really know because it was a passion for me for however long. No, it used to be my thing, right? And I mean, and I've said this before, I dungeon master the way I do because it's an extension of that passion. It's game design, you know, in these micro bites. And then I create little microcosms and then just kind of leave them alone and we move on from them. And so this provides me that aspect of world building that I like to have in my life. Yeah, by the way.
Right, I forgot about that shit.
Actually, that's a new addition.
Is it? You had another one that was...
There was an old command. It didn't make any noise. It was for shits and giggles. It was actually Johnny's old suggestion to have this sort of team cheer.
Oh, okay.
And since then, I discovered, and I tried it out, and I coded a thing up, and it wasn't quite there, and he made the point that it's got to be automated, and he suggested I look up like soldering a fucking Raspberry Pi to
I was actually thinking about
my
it when you were
fog
talking about
machine,
stuff.
and making a bunch of shit like that, and it's all great ideas, but it's all beyond me, right? And at the end of the day, this feature always existed as part of the Fairy as an alert system where I make a custom command that fires a noise and gives me an animated GIF.
Right.
And so during stream, if they want, they can fire any of these off. There's a couple of them there. There's Banana Phone is my favorite, and each one provides them just a mechanism to interact and interface back, be it cheering or booing, etc., etc., and of course Smog, which gives a little animated GIF of Smog breathing fire and gives us the noise, which I edited out for the sake of game. It's actually these cheers and whatnot. They're the ones that I used to use on the soundboard.
Oh, okay.
And if you notice, the soundboard doesn't have a lot of noises on it.
Right.
It's actually a very limited palette.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller than it used to be.
There's of course, but there's also a very limited number of sword sounds. Right, gun sounds. There's all the same magical noises at the top, but then we go into environmentals, which are this sort of tone stuff.
Yeah.
Fire, machines and shit. And then the tones. Now these play out like, I mean, there's those, right? But then there's and that. And it's a slow build, slowly swells up the way it does. But then you mix it up like this.
That's pretty cool.
And I did the same thing. This was a sound effect that you can imagine is just this pleasant sound, right? But if you throw a couple of them in, there's a good chance it'll sound kind of creepy. Now if you throw 3 of them in,
It's completely different.
And then here's the low side. Now here's the same noise, but it's been shifted down. And so it becomes a lot slower. Now it's in a range, so it'll give you a range of them.
Oh, okay. It's nice and simple and very effective.
And it's completely random pitch too. It just randomly selects one out of the range. And when you're done there, the creepy stuff.
Just gets lower and lower.
It's random.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah,
So how long they last,
Yeah,
which one of them
same.
lasts longer, all
Right.
that's completely random as you go.
Cool.
Simple and so effective. Aside from that, these are good actually if you mess with the pitch. If you get in here and you just go like this.
That's cool. Started out. It's exciting.
And of course, you know this one. But I also added in. And of course these two.
Those kick ass.
Actually reminds me of the Wilhelm scream I had
Oh,
in there
yeah.
at one point. I couldn't find it, so I was a little upset about that.
That's cool. I like that. Alright, dudes, I gotta hit the road.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a text and I'll let you know what the schedule's looking like, see what you're up to.
With many a winding turn. Oh my goodness.
Is that sectional? That's a pretty good idea.
Oh, right?
Did you buy that or make that?
No, girlfriend of mine bought that for me.
That's pretty slick.
It is actually really thoughtful of her. That's just who she is that way. Anyway,
Alright, man.
when they have an airship again. Johnny, it's been a pleasure as always. We will catch you later. And maybe I'll get a Wednesday game going so we can see you more often.
Yeah, that'd be cool.